like this. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. So this is my first time going live. So give me a second to try to figure this stuff out. Hold on 1 second. Yes, I was late, Mike. Thanks a lot. We know. Let's see. Well, you guys do see Nikki, so maybe I think we can do it like this. Huh? I don't know. All right, so yeah, maybe we can. I don't know.
That's better like this so we can see ourselves.
Bam.
The internet's garbage.
No, I don't have 1 second to figure it out, Will. Thank you. You guys got to get chairs. All right, yeah. All right, I think we got it. Hey, what's up, Jen? Thanks for hanging out with us from Kansas. So, yeah, we were gonna play some pool before we hung out with y'all, but yeah.
What's up, Mom? Hi, Mom.
What's up, Jay? Is Aaliyah with y'all too? I hope so. She should be watching.
Shave.
So,
Yeah, we're looking rough.
All right. Somebody got a phone?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Wow. So we're gonna answer some of the questions
But
from
I don't
the
have a YouTube
night
account.
before.
Do I gotta have a YouTube
I
again?
mean, you might wanna go to my YouTube page. And then go to my YouTube page and then go to the channel where we can answer all the questions. So, where's Aaliyah? Yo, what's up? What's up, Hustle Man? I'm not Hustle Man. Tom. I saw Hustle. I couldn't read. It doesn't matter. But yeah.
I'm trying.
So give me a second. We weren't very prepared.
As you can tell.
Just a couple of
everything else, like our mornings, every morning. Never prepared.
We tried. We even planned to be here at 8, and then we kind of got.
So, yeah, 39 watching. Damn. How do you go to the thing from there? I don't know.
Okay, so yours is loading a lot better than mine. I'm out here on this.
I don't know where it's at. It's supposed to be under subscription. I mean, under community.
Oh man, I can't sign into my damn business account.
I'm sorry.
You see?
Well, what are the questions? You remember any of the questions off the top of your head? We can start with
So
those.
yeah, basically, I know. What up? We're out here hiking because I'm out here hiking because it's one of the most challenging things I've done, and I know once I complete my goal that there's absolutely nothing that can stop me. I think here come Paul and Jan too. They're making it.
This is
sweet.
Trail Mom and Dad. By the way.
Trail Mom and Dad.
Trail Mom and Dad.
I'm sure that viewers know.
Yes.
My name's Spidey. I'm on the trail. Obviously, no specific reason. Just decided that we might as well give it a shot while I'm young enough to maybe be in the age to do it. I don't know. But I think my main goal out here would be. It's because we're at this lovely resort.
So sorry, cutting in and out. It's just the Wi-Fi at the resort. I mean, I'm sorry. We're trying.
Nothing we can really do about it.
We need
But
to-
anyways, my answer's a lot. Pepper pot, and I think I should be able to do it if they can. And I got all the hand-me-down equipment I needed, and I was able to save enough money due to COVID and stuff. So I graduated college, so I guess this is the best time to do it. So yeah, there's my short answers.
And with his short answer, let me say that my boy's never been camping at all. Or no, I won't say it all. I don't know that for sure. But
No,
first
I know for
backpacking
sure he's
trip,
never been camping.
He is
literally said it.
crushing this, dude. Let's give him a thumbs
Yeah,
up.
what's the
Holy
quality?
crap.
Never been camping before and you're doing this crap?
Yeah.
Never been
Yeah, the
camping.
big-
Never
It's not your Wi-Fi, it's our Wi-Fi. It's definitely the resort's Wi-Fi.
We're
so
trying.
We're trying.
But yeah, I think we're gonna have to get them to answer the questions in the comments. Ask the questions in the comments because we
I
can't
mean, it
see
goes
them.
too fast.
Yeah, I'm still
you
trying to
see
pull it
him?
up, but my technology experience
No.
is limited for sure.
Yeah, it goes too fast. So another one was
Got 41 people watching, man.
what do we pack as our fears? Like you pack as your fears, right? What do you pack fears? Oh, switching quality actually help. That's good. Good.
All right, sweet.
So I know for me, I packed food. I don't want to go hungry, and I didn't want to be cold. So I packed extra clothes. Some of it I sent home, and Blairsville. I sent home my first set of thermals. I realized I didn't need the extra set of thermals. I wanted to send home these pants I have, but I decided to keep them, and I'm kind of glad I did. So I've never run out of food, never been close to running out of food. Somebody else in our group has been close to running out of food. A couple of people, but not me. So that's what I packed is my fears.
So yeah, I guess packing fears. Mine was definitely in the beginning. In the beginning, it was food. I would say I had way too much food, but I learned really quickly that that was something you could ditch to reduce weight drastically. So I'd say the main thing for me is I'm still carrying micro spikes, and I haven't seen any icy balls yet. Hopefully, we won't find any in the Smokies. But since I just said that, you can guarantee we'll probably be sliding all over the place. But I've got a lot of extra rain gear, so. Yeah, as far as packing fears, I'd say it's rain gears, and there's not much you can do for spiders, and I'm terrified of them, so hey, we'll deal with them at this point.
Just in case anybody didn't hear, this is Paul and Jen, right? Jen, not
Jane.
Jane. I'm so sorry, I'm still
We're
learning.
the parents.
We're the parents.
Yes.
To keep it easy for me, I call it mom and dad on the trail. Mom and dad in real life don't get, don't feel any type of way.
Are these the comments you're looking for?
They've been cleaning up
From the
and
video
cleaning up
earlier,
behind
there's a lot of
us
questions in those
and
comments.
giving us free shuttle rides,
It
and
might be.
it's always a pleasant surprise to run into these two.
Yeah, so we'll just call it the name.
And to carry on what they were talking about, packing out of fear, or what I was most worried about, I didn't really do a lot of the packing. My mom obviously took care of a lot of that. I think one thing that I am scared about on the trail was just being, I would say wet, like wet and cold, just like is a lot of the answers that we get on the trail, but just the fact, or just my main fear is having to put on wet socks in the morning, or wet underwear, or wet anything, and you can't really. I mean, I didn't pack anything extra, but so far, we've been lucky enough to avoid the.
You can like hear us breaking up or not if this is glitchy. That'd be
Or we
nice.
can start like.
Oh, there they come.
Oh,
Comes
there we go.
back.
Sweet.
Okay.
So yeah, as Jane's saying,
Yeah, same with you. I'm worried about being cold and wet, and I think that's one of my biggest fears. Dad, what about you?
Carrying too much weight at this point. Coming in, it was cold and food, but at this point, it's all carrying too much stuff.
Yeah.
Going up these hills, when going down the hills, when you got a lot of weight on your back, that I'd rather be hungry.
Yeah. Okay. So his fear is carrying too much weight. Nice.
But that was not coming in. It was what you guys were covering. It was food, it's cold, it's wet. I hate being wet. When we started out, it was cold, it was wet, freezing rain, ice fog. That got old. real fast.
We've definitely been blessed with like some really good weather, especially after Blood Mountain. You guys saw that video. Me, Nikki, and Brandon and Skippy went up and out of Blood Mountain in the pouring rain, and that was tough. It was fun, but that was tough. Mm-hmm. And then there was one other day we had to. Actually, the day we met you guys, it was raining out. And that was good.
Hiking up across the
what
border,
states are
we
you
had
from?
that.
Oh yeah, hiking across the border. So another question, I think, what is your area expertise in like life, and what's your passions in previous life? I saw that from the video here. Mine is definitely music, but I was also in IT before I was laid off in December and decided I was going to go and hike the trail. So a lot of people ask me if I'm going back into IT. Nope. And it's weird. What am I gonna do? So I'm gonna sell hot dogs and breakfast burritos in Kansas City. That's what I'm doing. Hot dogs and breakfast burritos. So, and I'm gonna continue to make music too. So that's my real passion right there is music. So, does CBD help with pain? I don't know.
We wouldn't be able to
Probably.
tell you.
I'm gonna tell you.
THC.
I'm catching some of the comments. Catching some of the questions there. But
Spidey.
Area of expertise, limited. I did Boy Scouts and Eagle Scout, but I don't think there's so much expertise that you can get in this line of work until you get your butt out here and actually experience the trail. I did a little bit of shakedown hikes, or so they're called back home, but until you get your feet out here on the AT and actually experience the terrain and the trail for itself. No one's an expert. I mean, we ran into Hawk the other day, and as humble as he was after going on his 6th through hike, it's very clear that no matter how many times you do this, you're not an expert, and we're all learning along
Shout
the way.
out to Hog though, and real quick on the music thing, go to the Black Nerd Beats on SoundCloud. Check me out.
My answer is a lot more shorter than theirs, as I think it's going to be the common theme. But my area of expertise is simply gathering firewood. Hopefully, I gather firewood, and hopefully my buddy, the Boy Scout, set a fire up. But that's about it. It's hard to gain any kind of expertise coming from such a flat area of the United States, somewhere that never gets below 60. And one thing I've also realized is there's no experts out here. Everyone's just a novelist. Everyone is just learning as they go, and there's no. I ask so many questions a day, so it's crazy.
Yeah, Spidey is definitely the expert in our group on like being outdoors, being a Boy Scout and stuff. Even though I'm a Boy Scout parent now, but I'm just a new Boy Scout parent. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Keep your kids in scouting. It's the best thing I ever did for sure.
What are your expertise, guys?
We've done limited hiking in Arizona and New Mexico, but again, I think
Spent a few weeks out in like the Gila Wilderness. We've gone out Superstition Wilderness for a few weeks at a time. But my main thing is I can carry a really fine cashmere sweater.
Yes, yeah, I am so grateful for them for finding that this sweater right here.
yeah.
Italian. It's got to be Italian cashmere sweater.
yeah.
Holy.
The holy cashmere.
But yeah, like they've all mentioned, you don't get that experience and develop those skill sets until you're actually out here doing the hike. And you learn from each other. There are things I've learned from them, and vice versa.
It's like that old
or
Mike Tyson where he
others.
said everyone's got a plan until you get off.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like we had a plan until it was like cold and freezing rain and 14
wet.
degrees
Yep.
out. And yeah, we didn't have a plan.
And we had a nice itinerary, and as soon as we got out here, throw it away because it's not worth doing.
Yeah, the ice is hitting you on the head from the trees. It's like, yeah, I don't have
what's
time
up.
for this.
So I think one of them asked about which states we're from and stuff like
Okay,
that.
we can touch on that real fast. So that's
I
simple.
think it's easy.
So yeah, I'm from I live in Kansas City, but I'm from Chicago, so that's me right now.
Born and raised Lexington, North Carolina, kind of
North
smack dab in the
Carolina,
middle.
come on and raise up.
Charlotte and Greensboro, never left home. So this is I'll cover more states on the AT than I've ever traveled to in my whole life. So I'm excited.
If you've been following the Black Camper since he's got here, he mentioned a Florida boy who never slept outside. That's me. Nikki,
can.
also actually hot hands now. And I'm repping the Concrete Public, Key West, farthest you can go south of America. That's where I started.
We're currently living in Arizona, and but lived in New Mexico.
She was born in Britain.
Yeah, born in England.
We met in Seattle.
Met in
We've been all
Seattle. So
over.
yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So Alex, what would you say is the most interesting change you have noticed about yourself since you started? Oh, that's a good question. I like to drink the water that's outside. I don't like town water anymore. Like it's disgusting. That's one thing I've noticed about myself. Because anytime I go to town, I'm like, yeah, just take me to the spring, man. I'm good. I'm good.
Except Helen has
BC touched on the water, so I'll tap on that. I'm much more appreciative for a water spigot that you can cut on and have endless water. So, but the craziest thing I've noticed is a difference for me is when I get into town, I can't judge exactly which way a door opens, so I constantly find myself pulling push doors and push and pull doors. So, I guess that's a big thing for me.
I think the biggest thing that I've noticed has been the mental change that you go through so many emotions and things throughout the day, whether it's going uphill, downhill, just knowing how to channeling those emotions and not giving up on an uphill, not giving up when you're tired, not giving up after lunch. It's just, everyone thinks it's about a physical thing out here and how strong you are and how fast you can walk. It's really up here. It's really in the mental. And I think once you understand that, you kind of got not so much of an advantage, but a better understanding of how it works. I'll let mom and dad go.
Yeah, I think that's right too. Mental. Can I make the next 3 miles to a campsite?
Yeah.
And you just try and somehow find that internal energy to keep going, even though your feet are hurting and you're afraid of stumbling because you're so tired. But you just keep going, all of a sudden you're there at the campsite and it's like, okay, let me sleep. But yeah, all mental.
Right.
Yeah, but for me, I had to throw in cravings. I'm not a salad person, but I've been craving salads. Or when we're out on we've been trying to get that super green powder, which in real life is disgusting to me. It's like dead bodies and seaweed. Here, I crave it. I mean, we get a bottle of that, and it's like, oh yeah, my body wants this.
And another thing before we move on about the mental aspect is that you got to understand that a mile downhill and a mile flat and a mile uphill are completely different speeds, and you can't measure it by length as much as elevation or
Even a
terrain.
mile uphill, a mile uphill at 10% is just something you walk.
It really plays with your mind. 2/10 of a mile, 3/10 of a mile. If you're going, that's vertical, right? Straight up and down or whatever. It's not snap of the fingers like you would expect. You're gonna probably spend
And then
10 to
throw in some
15
mud,
minutes on
throw in
that.
some roots, throw in some.
Oh yeah, those roots
Yeah.
and
Loose
them
rocks
damn
and
rocks,
those
man.
Covered
Hate
by
them rocks.
weeds, yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the
Booby
things.
traps.
That's one of the worst things about hiking, like in the wintertime, is the leaves are still out there, so it's covering up it's covering up the roots. It's covering up a lot of the rocks, and that's how I've messed up my ankle. I said messed up. I didn't say the F word. So,
He's learning,
Hi,
kids.
Granny.
He's learning.
but another one of the questions we got here. I guess this will probably be just for me, but are you glad you're vlogging? And what advice, if any? This is from Jukey B 14. So what advice, if any, have you received since you launched at Springer from any trail quote unquote celebrities, from past through hikes or vloggers? And is their advice relevant to your hike? I like this question. All right, so I've met a few bloggers, right? I met Taylor. I walked through. I mean, I briefly spoke with Wizard on the trail. He told me my sweater was 3 miles back, and I was just like, I was devastated at that. Like,
Man, that gets old really fast.
Yeah, it does.
yeah, come on, come back. I'm not I hope it's recording, but I don't know.
Oh, there we are.
All right. So yeah, I'm not influenced by brands. I literally hate brands. So most of them, except Jack's. I was gonna wear your hat, Jack's. Thanks for no, Fontana is not shut down.
Oh, we're here. Look
We're
at
here.
us.
I think one question that I saw. Have you done with that? Sorry, I
Yeah,
was
go
gonna move on without even asking you. But they asked what major changes have we made to our pack? And I think that's a
good
really
one.
good
That's
question.
a question. Yeah.
That's
And
good.
I guess I'll let you start. I don't really want to.
What changes have I made? I haven't made really much changes except I put some string around. I mean, some paracord around the outside of my pack a little bit. So I did make that change. And my quilt. Thank you, Jack's Are Better Quilts. He sent me a quilt. Don sent me a quilt from there, and I'm gonna make that change this week. So that's pretty much the only change I've made as far as big gear. I've sent some stuff home, which was like my thermals and stuff. But other than that, I was pretty dialed in with gear from the beginning because I did a lot of enough shakedown hikes. But like I said, shakedown hikes don't really equal hiking the AT. Okay.
So I'd say as far as gear changes, unfortunately, I have not sent anything home yet. But I know. I'm still carrying way too many clothes. I know I'm going to send those home. Still carrying snow gaiters and micro spikes, which I plan to get rid of just on the north side of the Smokies, hopefully, and hopefully we won't ever have to use them. I will say that since I have been out here, I have got a C-Knock bag. That way, just a little more water. Not necessarily for carrying capabilities, but just being able to make one trip down there and not having to filter water and then come back. One thing that I will say that is the most least used piece of gear in my pack is my charging bank. Everyone recommends such a high capacity MAH or MAH charging bank, and I think the reason that we see that is most of them are vloggers. So for someone who's not a vlogger, I have a 26,000 Anchor, and I have barely broken one bar on it. So for me, if you're not planning on vlogging, shoot for a 10 to 12,000 MAH, save yourself the weight, and maybe a lighter battery pack. But other than that, I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm using a 5,000, and I've used it 2 times, I think. And it's a combination, 5,000, plus it's got the USB ports because it plugs directly into the wall.
Into the wall.
But 5,000, and that's been fine, because my phone on airplane mode lasts like a day or two. And
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Airplane mode
yeah.
is the way to
Yeah,
go,
cheat
man.
code
Especially
right
when you
there.
don't have service.
We're still
because
using gut
you're gonna
hooks,
use
airplane
a lot
mode.
of fucking battery. But for me, I have 2,600, but I need all of that because I like to take a lot of pictures for y'all.
the GoPro eats battery.
So, unlike most of these guys, I was lucky enough to have veterans, as my parents. So they were able to help me pack my bag and do most of that. So I haven't really had any problems with my bags, any drastic changes or anything. The only thing I did change is, or I didn't really change, but I added a piece of equipment. It was, what is that thing? It's
sleeping
The
pad.
sleeping
pad.
He came out with a Z, with a thermarest, like the foam cell
foam
pad.
pad.
My
Florida boy,
my mom sent me out here with the one she used in 2018.
Miss Walker.
Shout out to
Come
you.
on now.
'cause you're
And you made me really look tough out here those first few weeks without a damn sleeping
worried about
pad.
it when he rolled up with
And that's
that.
why his name's Hot Hands.
Right?
Exactly right.
Everyone was wondering when I was gonna pull out this sleeping pad the first few weeks. They couldn't believe that I was sleeping on a piece of thermarest. But anyways, it's really helped a lot. I mean, it keeps me warm and so much more warmer. And I also put that thermarest pad under the sleeping pad, and it helps you from moving around and having any kind of wind or draft come up from underneath. So that really helps.
half full.
Half full is
Okay.
me, but
He was gonna be half full,
yeah,
but he did not like
I
it.
didn't like it. It was because of the half a pole that I've dropped,
Yeah.
trekking pole. There's too many different meetings that thing can mean, so we just had to, we weren't gonna use that one. So hot hands.
He wasn't going to use
So
it.
we're not gonna talk about half pole. Half pole does not exist. That is fiction. So
Yeah.
anyways,
Y'all just- y'all
on to the
just-
next question.
That wasn't
we
even
got
supposed to
Mom and
be in
Dad
the
in the
video.
Mom is a trooper for sleeping on that damn Z
What
pad.
about y'all?
She's
Y'all
crazy.
got any gear changes back here?
We did set the bear canister. One thing we learned is you really don't need a bear canister out here.
And we thought that was true going in. It's just we had read some articles saying that a couple of states were thinking about making it required. So we thought, well, it's easier to send it back than it is to come, try to get it. I don't want to buy new.
There's quite a few places, campsites that have the bear boxes and the cables where you can hoist up your stuff, or you just get line and then you hang your food bags from the trees. And so it saved us a good 2 pounds right there just shipping a canister back.
In Georgia, we didn't have to use the
All,
PCT.
Great.
all
All the
shelters and
shelters have-
campsites in Georgia had either a hanging method or, a bear box, which was extremely nice.
But make sure you get a good pad, because she's been sleeping cold and I've been too hot. And the other night we flipped and she slept on my pad and with my quilt. And she was fine. I was a little cool.
Yeah,
I
just
sleep
check
on
the
a-
R rating
you
on your
really
pads,
Yeah,
because
It really does suck to sleep when it's cold.
yeah.
Okay, so another question. Michael, you asked, what's the story behind Purple Rain? All right, so this is another purple one. So, when I was 3 or when I was very, very young, apparently I liked the song Purple Rain so much that when I went to church with my grandma one time, I ended up singing Purple Rain in the middle of the aisle in the middle of the Lord's Prayer, right? So, yeah, it didn't turn out too good for me at that time. Apparently, I got my butt spanked pretty bad, but that's that. And then there's also a video somewhere of me singing Purple Rain at my wedding because of that moment. So, and it might be on YouTube, but I'm not gonna tell you how to find it. It's out there somewhere. I bet you would. I bet you would. Yeah, no, it's somewhere, and I might post a link somewhere sometime, but probably not. Who the hell? Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Was that
donation.
Oh,
It's
that's
a
a
donation.
donation?
Yeah.
Thank you, Cujo. I appreciate that. That's awesome. All right, another question. Let's see. Besides hiking every day, what's been the hardest part? And so I'll let you guys answer.
What's been the hardest part so far? The hardest part for me is all my friends and family back home. Good God, I miss y'all.
You better not, Jess.
I want you to come over every single one of these mountains with me. This has been a fantastic journey, and don't get me wrong, my family is great. But holy crap, I'm missing my friends back home, and just know that I appreciate all the support, and I'll be home before it's too late. I promise.
I think the hardest part so far, before I had that sleeping pad, was actually sleeping, getting a good night's rest. You'd be surprised how hard it is to fall asleep with cold feet, or any part of your body cold for that matter. And I think I had something else I was gonna say, but I completely forgot. Oh yeah, eating lunch before you go up a mountain is a lesson learned. Don't do it. Just wait till you get to the top. Snack, snack, snack. Don't eat, do not eat a big lunch because I mean you can, but make sure you're at the top, but not at the bottom because you will regret it. And
I learned that,
mom
too.
and dad.
For me,
else, man.
I'm 5'2", and so I have very short legs, and so I have a very difficult time going up and down the stairs.
The steps.
The steps
They
that they
force
have.
you to take the
And
steps.
these steps aren't usually some small steps. They are huge. I end up sometimes turning sideways in order to step down, and it's just that pressure on your knees is painful. And so hopefully soon we'll get away from some of those steps. I hope.
I think what he was saying about mental, it's going up a hill, and you know, it's fine. It's all well and good when you're fresh in the morning. You can go up a hill that you're just cruising up, and then later on the day, once you've hit 7, 8, 9 miles, that same hill is just killer. And you've got to get over it to get to the point where you can actually go camp. And it's that mental thing of just keeping going. And what you really want to do is just throw up your tent and go crawl inside.
And I think one more thing I learned about hiking so far is on the downhill, do not get carried away. Don't go so fast that you injure yourself because it's so easy to get carried away and try to make up for time or, you know, and it's so easy to hurt your knees. And going down is supposed to be, you know, a little bit leisurely compared to going up and, you know, you get to catch your breath. But when you hurt your knee and you're having to put that constant impact, the downhill becomes much harder than the uphill. So I think that's one thing I've really learned. And luckily I had a knee brace on, but I started taking a lot of aspirin. Not a lot of aspirin, I mean, but taking aspirin daily and taking it easy, actually sticking my pole in the ground on the downhill and really trying to, you know, take care of my knees. So I think that's a big thing you want to take care of.
Yeah, taking care of your body is definitely something you really have to take into consideration. I mean, I've rolled my ankle four times, and the last time, well, 5, and the last time was the hardest and the worst, and it really freaking hurts, you know. What I'm saying? So, but I'm healing, and so I think that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. Let me see. So another question. Let's find a good question. Is it hard, BC? Is it hard for you? So Garrett hikes. Is it hard for you making videos while you're hiking? Yeah, and a little bit, but I don't look at it as me making videos. It's like me recording my thoughts at the moment, or me just taking a picture of what I think is pretty at that time, or what I think looks good. So, for example, the other day, I was leading a pack with me, Garrett. So, Garrett. Bro.
Garrett hikes.
Garrett.
That's who this is.
I don't know if that's
Nah,
him.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know if that's him. It might be, but he said he wasn't gonna watch until he
Finished.
until he finished or whatever, or until he didn't know me. As a matter of fact, that's what he said. But we're not gonna. Can you believe him? There you go. But
I love you, Grandma.
He said something else. But anyway, Garrett's not here. Garrett decided to go ahead on, even though we waited for him. But hey, shit happens, right? So, but what did he say? Is it hard for me making videos? Not really. I just record and then I go on.
He uses
Yeah. If I'm recording, I'm tired.
Stop.
I'm either tired or yeah. I just was like, this is pretty. But most of the time, a lot of it's tired, especially if it's going up.
I think this guy's just being humble, honestly, because I could not imagine carrying a camera, stopping to catch every single moment. As pretty as it is, as good as it looks, it's so hard, in my opinion, when you put those brakes and stop your momentum. It's hard to get your legs metaphorically cold and your muscles cold and be able to pick right back up. So I think it may sound like it's easy. You may make it sound like it's easy, but I think it's a lot more difficult than one may imagine.
Plus, you got to edit later on.
I don't
instead of
edit.
just hitting
It's all raw footage.
All raw footage, right? I mean, except for when I edited the 17-year-old's name out. I almost said it
But
then.
you still got to link them all together.
Yeah,
though,
still,
and
yeah.
put it in
Yeah.
order
He's
and
definitely,
all
he's
that stuff.
definitely up in his tent late at night.
Yeah.
He says he's going to
But
sleep.
I will say that iMovie helped me out so much. Enjoy Cleveland's. Yeah, I am definitely gonna enjoy Cleveland's. I hope it's a clear day. It's not really looking. It's not looking good right now, but who knows what happens in a couple of days. So we're gonna
Smokies
get
have their
that.
own weather, so we'll see.
Forget you, Alex. I know GoPro stopped, but we're not using the GoPro because just for that reason. Actually, you know what I'm saying? No, I wanted to use the GoPro, and then I would have been able to see all the comments and stuff, but I didn't know how to figure it out. Plus, this dang Wi-Fi here is something else. So let me see if there's any other questions I can. Yes, we ran into Hawk. Are you surprised by Cindy Rouse asked? Are you surprised by how many people are following you? Hell yeah! Like,
My
what?
man's a celebrity on the
I'm like,
trail.
you know, is Taylor ahead? Yeah, Taylor's definitely ahead. But I'm sorry, I piped that. But heck yeah, I'm surprised by how many people are following me. I ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? Well, I thought I wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
You're the black camper,
Like,
man.
the black camper's
The
up.
black-
Shout out to Say Quinn. Are you watching Say Quinn? I'm still the black camper, and people still call me BC. I love it. So yeah, and we're going all the way, but we're not going all the way right now. I have to go home, and I have to go, like I said, start to sell the breakfast burritos with the best eggs you've ever had in your life, and hot dogs. So we're gonna do that. Shout out to
Big John from
Big John
Kentucky.
Hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I shout out when I can see it.
Oh, you are the black dancer.
No, I'm not, man. Stop it. That old guy was cool, but that's what's up, man. I'm glad you guys like this stuff for real. I mean, I'm just being me. These guys are just being them, except for when we found that wild camera. Hey, that shit was cold as hell, bro. Like, I had never seen a wild camera before in my life, man. That was super cool. So, and I even caught it. Did you see it?
It's like a
I caught that
Pokemon.
bitch.
What else
Yeah,
they
that
got
was
for
super
us in
cool.
there?
I don't know. Hope you guys have a great day. I don't know. I think
You
that's
got
about-
any advice you want to give someone who's thinking about through hiking? Maybe something off the top of your head?
Oh, if you're thinking about through hiking, just be mentally prepared. Be be very mentally prepared because that's the hardest thing. I think one of the hardest things has been being away from my kids. Hey kids, I know y'all watching, and being away from my wife for so long. Like that's been the toughest thing. But it's definitely I think the empowerment that I'm getting out of this is definitely worth it. Like, there's no one who can stop me. You know what I'm saying? I walked over Sassafras, I walked through Blood Mountain, I walked over Albert Mountain, I walked more than a lot of people have, just to say I can. So, and just to prove to myself that I can do it. So,
And he does
That is
talk
up.
about his wife and kids. I'll throw that
All
out.
the
Man.
He's
time.
not just
Yeah,
throwing
Jess,
shit out.
that's
He's
right,
talking about
Jess.
them all the
Y'all.
time.
Don't you
He
ever think
wants to
for a
bring y'all
second,
out here.
Jess.
like, they know, and like,
I
as soon
haven't
as I
even
get
seen a
home,
picture of her, and I still get it.
Yeah, don't worry.
like they know they're coming out, and like Fontana, honestly, Fontana Village is so awesome. Like,
Gorgeous resort.
it was way more than I thought it would be, and I'm definitely thinking about bringing the family out here. My brother and them, they all definitely going. Me, my brother, my cousins, and my uncle.
South Kakalaki, what's up?
Yeah, we going to the Springer, and then we're gonna do the hike in. I'm gonna make y'all do the hike in. You know what I'm saying? That's 6 miles. But it was great. Y'all lucky I'm only making you do that and then back down. But yeah, but I'm definitely bringing the family here, and because Fontana is awesome. So you guys definitely.
What would you
do that.
recommend for gear? Because a lot of times people go out, and I mean, you can spend $10,000 on gear going out here.
I think they know how he feels.
Y'all know I don't mess with. So somebody did ask about expensive. Am I opening up to expensive gear? No. I mean,
Z-Packs
I'll-
hater.
I'm not a Z-Packs hater, but look, Z-Packs are not made for the AT, bro. It's so wet out here. You're gonna be wet. That's
I've
not
got a
my-
Z-Pack. He's got a Z-Pack. They got a Z-Pack.
All three of them got Z-Packs.
I've been wet.
My head's
Not
been wet. My head's been wet for
Actually,
condensation.
We got wet and blind because
What?
the wind was, we put up in the wrong place. And
Yeah.
the wind coming over was blowing the rain actually under
Under
the
the-
vestibule and through, so I was getting spattered, but I think I would have gotten hit with any tent at that point. 'cause
Yeah, at some point it's a setup. Not
You wouldn't have got hit with my my
Best swings
Salt
and
Creek
pizza.
SL2 because it has the double fly and then it has the other door. So yeah.
And we
I
found
would
out the other
say
day it
dry.
also has a front porch.
And it has a front porch. That front porch is dope, man. I love that front porch. But I would go with something like the copper. I'm not gonna lie, I might go with the copper spur. But I love my double wall tents. So
Yeah, double
what's
wall is
up.
definitely the way to go on early season AT. I love my Z-Packs and the weight reduction is great, but
And
double wall is nice.
I'm gonna test out this Jack's Arbetter quilt. Cause I was really looking forward to that. And like I told Don, right before he contacted me to send it to me, I'm like, man, this is forget Darn Tough, man. Y'all already know how I feel about Darn. He
They're
changed
awesome.
my mind.
They're great.
Everybody got darn tough.
But yeah, everybody got Darn Toughs and I like them. So I like, but about Jack's Arbetter quilts, it's so light. I hope it keeps me warm. If it keeps me warm one night, I love it. I mean, I love it. And thank you so much, Don, already. Because I was wearing your beanie earlier in the video that you guys are gonna see, but I like my my lazy hiker hat. You know what I'm saying?
Another donation.
Thanks,
Thank
Mike
you.
Leake, man. You're awesome.
Is get out here. You know, as long as your finances are right, mentally, if you're strong enough, you can figure it out along the way. Physically, there's nothing you can do to prepare, in my opinion. So get out here, give it a shot. It's been hands down the greatest experience so far of my life. And I think that, you know, that's the hurdle of actually getting started is so much more difficult than getting out here and figuring it out along the way, in my opinion. So that's me. Go ahead and get started. Just quit talking about it and be about it.
And you can make gear changes along the way. It's
Exactly.
not any
You will
outfitters
make
or
gear
anything.
changes
Yeah,
along the
just-
way.
I think
If you're prepared.
the one little piece of advice that I think I would give in a little bit of time that I've been on this trail is that
Donation.
the happiest people seem to be ones
Thanks,
that don't
Kimberly.
have time restraints, people who are just out here taking it day by day, people who aren't trying to rush into, 15, 20 miles a day. Being able to stop and enjoy the views and for instance, camping out under the stars the other night, it's little things like that you're really not going to forget. I mean, it's easy to forget doing 15, 20 miles. And remember, you're not in a race with anyone. So, I mean, I know not everyone has the luxury of being able to just do it as long as time as they want. But if you can, just try and be able to take your time as much as possible and really enjoy it while you're here. Because
Towns.
it's not about the destination, right? It's about the journey and all the people you meet around it. So that's my little bit of advice.
Mom and Dad got some good advice. They always do.
And if you're older, take some time to recover. There is no workout in the world that doesn't have recovery built into it, and this is a workout. So, you might think, oh man, you're going to take a day off or 2 days off, and I'm so disappointed with the weather. And that's the time of year. But
We should have hiked faster.
Well,
Just talked about that, darn it.
Wasn't it so
Hey,
nice
we're back.
today?
Okay, so are you looking forward to Smokies Pat B? I only got to go halfway through, so I'm good.
you got to go through the hard part.
What's up with Dan Becker and why is Kylie so inferior to him? You know what? I want to answer this real quick. F Dan Becker.
Jeez.
That's all I got to say about that. Okay, I'm with Kyle. I don't know why,
What are you
but
talking about?
It was Dan Becker. You're gonna have to
You're
elaborate.
gonna,
a
we're
little.
on
Oh,
here.
you don't know who
You're
Dan
like
Becker
representing
is?
us all right now. What's
oh,
going on?
okay. So Dan Becker is this dude who he makes camping and whatnot videos, but he doesn't really camp.
Okay.
He went camping with like the Schiller brothers one time, and that's the only pretty much
He
videos.
camps, but he doesn't through.
Hey, thanks,
Awesome.
Alex.
Thanks, Alex. You're
That's
awesome,
cool.
man.
Hey, shout out
Alex
to
on the
Alex. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Damn,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? We real hike. I'm a real hiker. You know what I'm saying? Kyle's a real hiker. You know what I'm saying? We're real people. So yeah, F Dan Becker. But all right.
So did you have
No,
a
I'm not-
question about Smoky?
No,
what's the
no,
question? You gotta
I'm
get
not
the-
looking forward to the Smokies, but I am looking forward to getting the Klingman's Dome on a clear day. So that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, if the Smokies were clear, I bet they'd be awesome. But
Yeah.
we're picking the wrong time of year to be going through
The
this.
Smokies are hands down the most talked about region from Georgia, I guess, until the Smokies. All you hear about is bring this gear until you get through the Smokies, or this, that, and this. Wait for the Smokies. So, to have an idea, yeah, I'm excited to get through with them. That's about as far as I can go.
Next 7 days, you're supposed to be raining, so,
Excited to be wet.
yeah.
I don't really have much advice about, or I don't really think much about the Smokies. I don't know if it's ignorance or just being oblivious to the dangers of the weather in the Smokies, but so many people have asked me what I think about the Smokies and if I'm prepared and whatnot. But just like everything else on the trail, not prepared. And I mean, prepared with food and essentials, but I mean, how nothing to expect. You just expect the worst, hope for the best, right?
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
Especially when we've never gone through the Smoky, so we don't know what's out there.
Right,
What
I have
we're
no
gonna- We
idea.
may get, that wasn't as bad as we thought it was.
As long as we don't
Or,
get stranded in a bathroom and do
we've seen horror stories of people getting
Drinking
stuck in all
toilet
this snow.
Yeah,
But,
no, we're not drinking toilet water.
Will, oh my gosh, that stuff was so crazy, bro.
The Smokies are no problem.
Yeah. It looks like we're gonna be cool with the Smokies. We're gonna get some rain. It's definitely gonna rain tomorrow. It's definitely gonna rain Saturday, so that's gonna be interesting. I mean, yeah.
And then the one nice thing about the trail too, it seems like most people look out for each other too. So if you get into a bind or something like that, there's always someone there to help out.
Right.
And
The trail provides.
So you're never alone out there,
If we can get off at Gatlinburg, go dry out for a day,
yeah.
come back out.
Take it
or
as you
leave,
need
I
it.
guess.
What temp quilt did you get?
Just people
So-
watch out for each other, it seems like.
What
most of the
what
time.
temp quilt did I get? So when I think I got a 20-degree quilt. So I'm going into Smokies, and I have a not Thermarest, gosh, Cedar Summit sleeping bag liner that I'll use in conjunction with that. So
Reactor?
yeah, the reactor. Yeah, so it's supposed to put like 8 degrees on it. I've been using it, and I've been sweating at night. So that's why I was gonna spend my camp pants home, but I don't really want to do that because I like having my camp pants. So that's gonna be fun. Someone else asked, "What's the oldest hiker you've ran into?" It wasn't them, actually.
Yeah,
So,
Guys trying to get us in trouble out here? Come on now.
but this was cool. So the oldest guy, his name was Ortho, and the last time I sprained my ankle and I had to hitch from Yellow Creek. You guys will see that video in a couple days, maybe tomorrow, I think. Yeah. Thanks, Melissa.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thanks, Melissa. The very next person we saw was this older gentleman, and there was a car parked there, and I was so excited to see him because I just knew he wasn't through hiking, but he was. And his name was Ortho, and he happened to be an orthopedic surgeon, right? So, AKA a foot doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I almost sprained my ankle, and the trail sends me a foot doctor, right? But he was like,
You forgot to mention that though.
yeah. He was like, "Hey, you want this medicine here?" And I'm like, "It's a prescription." And I'm like, "No, because I'm not taking medicine from a stranger." But turns out he was a doctor, so I still wasn't gonna take it from him on the trail. But he was the oldest, so yeah.
So one question I saw that just popped up through there, and I don't know if y'all want to touch on this or not, but what was your favorite town or hostel so far along the way? And we'll start with BC.
This one.
What's
Right
your
here.
favorite?
Fontana.
So far, yeah. Because we stayed at I hotels, and all the hotels in Georgia. I might put some videos on Patreon. Yeah, it was not the
Next.
best stories. It
about you?
was not.
I have yet to stay at a hostel. I have stayed in a couple hotels, but as far as a bed and breakfast goes, your home in the woods with Bonnie and Paul will pick you up anywhere in the entire state of Georgia. Hands down, the most fantastic. Aside from being trail angels, they are fantastic people. They will pick you up, shuttle you into town. They have a fantastic hiker rate with its own bed, shower, and they feed you so much food. So, Bonnie and Paul, thank you so much
Joseph.
for your time.
Thank you, Joseph.
Shout out
Thanks,
to Joseph.
man.
You're the man.
Oh, awesome, man. Everybody
We
who's
haven't
been
had a bad
supporting us.
experience
Oh,
like
man.
that.
My charger's right there.
We had that hike in.
don't know how far it
was
goes.
fantastic starting out. Above the Clouds was fantastic.
Oh, the hike in was awesome.
Hike in was awesome. Above the Clouds Hostel was really, really good. The Chica and
Chica and
Sunsets Hostel
Sunsets.
was really good. Pricey, but it's really good.
I'm gonna text my brother.
We've had some good ones. I mean, we had the same hotel that it was a hotel. You know.
Oh, thank you, M. Sorry. I'm not-
Jack, I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry, I don't mean to mispronounce
Thank you so
it, but thank
much.
you so much for the donation.
Yeah, y'all guys are awesome, man.
Let's flip it over.
I know it's gonna.
Sorry about that.
My phone is gonna.
Does it have a plug on the other side? Or?
Yeah, it's on. It's gonna die. So, hey, this was so fun. We're gonna have to do this again. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, my phone is at 10% because I wasn't really prepared because I was gonna use the GoPro. Sorry, stuff happens. But guess what? We've also been on here for 47 minutes. You know, half pole.
Half pole is not a real person. Just stop asking about it. It's
If the
just
name sticks, we'll
stupid.
keep calling it. Y'all send the comments.
If the
in.
name sticks, I'm moving on from this tramley.
No, he's not. Don't let him lie.
And by the way, my favorite.
Yes, everybody wants you to be
My
half
favorite.
pole.
Oh, thank you, Trudy. Oh, Donna.
Trudy,
Jeez,
Donna,
you guys are
thank
so
you
generous.
So much. Buy some beer, he says. She says. They say.
Just go
I
buy
was just
Theo.
happy to get out of Georgia. I was happy to get in North Carolina. The hospitality, I think, is great in Georgia, but North Carolina. All right, that's it. I think I'm done here. I hope this phone dies.
Oh, no.
You guys are killing me.
Thanks
Half
thanks
full
Dan.
hot
Oh, yeah,
It just changed.
Jeez.
Any more last minute questions?
Yeah, I
before
think
his
this
phone
is
dies?
it.
yeah.
Anybody?
So
I think thanks
Thank
again.
you, Dad's backpacking trip.
Oh,
thanks back.
Damn.
Man,
You guys are awesome.
I
When's the
want to know
next
when
one?
the next one might be.
I don't
We're gonna have to
know.
give them a date. The next town.
Who was drinking in Nagasaki? Okay, that was Garrett. Garrett bought those,
the
and
second.
he should have come. But
Half
They
pole is
drink
not
beer.
real.
all right, I'm gonna
That's
tell you the
all
truth
I'm
about
telling you.
Garrett.
These
Okay,
boys don't know beer.
Garrett was the guy. He's very smart and he's super cool, but he's a vagabond. And he knows
Thank
he's
you,
a
Will.
vagabond. Thanks, Will. But Garrett was cheap. I'm sorry, he doesn't like it. but
Too opinionated.
He wasn't cheap. He's frugal. He
He's
said it with those
very
words.
frugal.
Cool dude, fantastic
But
guy.
if you
We
call him
enjoyed
cheap,
hiking
he will
with
want to
him,
fight you. But
Yeah, he didn't want to stay in the
But-
resort, so we're out here.
yeah,
But it was
Anyways,
nice hiking.
this has been awesome.
man, this was pretty cool.
I'm usually
This
not.
NBC, this was cool.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, we're all
Yeah,
just
I'm
a bunch of
thinking.
losers with the famous
I
guy
know.
on the trail,
You'll
so
never
they
catch
don't
me
know
doing
what
something
right
like this.
So the creepy dude is not.
Parasites.
Yeah,
The leeches.
the creepy
Trail
dude is
leeches.
not around us. He only stayed with him one day, and he was going southbound. Yeah, he was weird, very weird. Dude.
Look
But he
forward
was
to
only
doing
the
this
creepy
again,
guy.
man. This
Yeah.
was awesome.
This was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Hold your questions, guys. We'll answer them the next time. Hopefully soon.
Yeah, y'all be thinking of questions. And,
Yep.
Whoa.
Oh,
Evie,
man.
Thanks,
you're awesome,
Evie.
man.
Alrighty. I'm
All right,
thinking I'm about to
please,
get
a little
jump
warning
back on
before the
pool
next
table.
live. Oh yeah, we'll definitely give you. I don't think I have a choice to give you guys.
Can you give them a date right now?
No,
there's
heck no, I
way.
can't
We're
give him a
about to
date
do the
right
Smokies
now. We
until
going
my
to the
hands go.
Smokies. Yeah.
I tried. I tried. All right.
Yeah, maybe the next time I have Wi-Fi, and then honestly, because I don't know. We gotta talk to my wife.
142 people.
Yeah. So, but yeah, my
This
phone's
was
about to die. It's been 50 minutes. It's been great chatting with you guys, hanging out with y'all. This was really way more fun than I even thought it possible. You know what I'm saying?
I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. Everything's safe.
Yo, what's up,
Everything's
baby?
good.
I know you're
kid.
watching.
Love you, Mama. Say hi to the puppies
Kid.
for
Is
me.
that Jayden? Is that you, Jayden? The everything?
Jeez.
Oh yeah, Mike. I got that about the with the BC with the breadcrumb logo on the shit. I meant to reply.
Stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, we gonna get out of here, man. And we did. It was
Everybody's
awesome.
gonna be,
It was awesome.
Everybody's
So,
shooting comments now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now that we're trying to get off.
was
Love you,
awesome,
Mom.
but yeah.
Love you, Dad. Love everybody back home. Thanks again.
See
We
you
love y'all.
soon.
See ya.
bye bye.
That was pretty cool, man.
Yeah.